Hello, Class 4-1 Orange Group. Mr. Waterman here with your language arts lesson again on Thursday, April 15th, 2021. So we finished our first class where you had to interview Mr. Waterman, and I'm looking forward to reading or listening to all of your interview questions. I forgot to mention that in the last video. If you want to make a video of yourself reading your questions to me, that's fine. Just don't forget to send the video and to take a picture of the questions that you wrote out. Okay? Now, for this next lesson, I want to get a little bit more serious than I did in the last lesson. What do I want to talk about? Well, on Monday, grade 4 comes back to school. And I'm very excited, and I know you are all very excited to come back and to see your friends too. But in order to come back, we need to be safe. That's right. The pandemic is still going on. We are still dealing with coronavirus 1 year later. And I know it has been scary for a lot of people. It's been a very sad time because we haven't been able to travel and go to school and study with our friends and our teachers. But until the situation gets better, we need to practice safety, safety, safety. Now, one of the things that you all will remember and have been pretty good about when you come back to school, you need to keep your masks on. Keep them on at all times when you're in school. Is this a good place for your mask while you are studying in class? Yes or no? And why or why not? How about if your mask is like this while you're talking to your friend in class? Good place for it? Don't think so. Why? What if you have no mask on while you're in class? Well, that's not good for your classmates, your teacher. That's not good for anyone. That's not good for yourself, right? Make sure you have your mask on at all times when you're in school. The only time you can have your mask off is when you eat lunch. You'll have the protective shields, right? But after you finish eating, mask go back on. Okay? Now, this was in the last video. I know you're going to be eating lunch with your friends, but are we sharing? Are we sharing and eating? Are we doing that? Why or why not? Why is it not really safe for us to share foods and snacks with our friends right now? Right? Eat your lunch only, right? Don't share with your friends. Don't break things. Don't share food with chopsticks. Don't share food with forks, spoons. Don't share your food or snacks. Just eat and put your mask back on. Most importantly, many of you will have this. You're going to be using this a lot at school. You're going to use this when you come into school. Why is this important? You will use this before you come into Mr. Waterman's classroom. Mr. Waterman stands at the door before any student comes into his classroom. He will squirt the hand sanitizer onto the student's hands. You wash your hands and you will take your seat. At the end of each class, Mr. Waterman will clean the desks off, okay? Because I'm going to be teaching more than just grade 4 students in this classroom. So it's important for us to do this together as a team, okay? We keep ourselves clean and masked up and safe. We help keep our classroom clean, okay? Which is very important. Now, for the writing activity, now I'm working on page 4. Okay, and my title is Safety at Tokyo Korean School during COVID-19. So we're going to make a list of our safety rules today, right? Now, one of the first things you should do when you wake up in the morning to get ready for school, mom and dad or grandma and grandpa will probably do this. They will probably check your temperature to make sure you don't have a fever. If your temperature, right, is 37.5 or higher, you should not leave and come to school. That means you are running a fever and you should stay home, right? So number one, I'm going to write number one here. And I'm going to write check your temperature when you wake up to go to school. Okay? Now, if your temperature is okay, then you can leave the house, you can go to school, walk to school, take the train to school, take the bus to school, right? Now, when you get to school, you're going to see the school nurse, you're going to see some of your teachers, you're going to see your friends. I know you're going to be very excited. It's the first day back, but remember, safety first. Before you come into the school, you need to check your temperature again, okay? So, when you get to school, have the nurse or a teacher check your temperature again. Okay? So that's very important. Have her check it again. Now, when your temperature has been checked, if everything is okay, the next thing you do, you come into the school and you're going to find these. What do you think your next step should be with these? What should you do? Do you A, walk away? B, just look at it? Or C, stop and use it? I'm going to say C, stop and use it. So what am I doing again with this? Tell me. Okay? Put it in words. Tell me what number 3 should be. And after that, I want you to come up with as many as you can. All of the things you can come up with to be safe while you're at school. So I wrote 7 out again because I like the number 7. It's one of my favorite numbers. I think many of you can come up with 7. Some of you may be able to come up with more. Now remember, in your list, you are to write complete sentences, full sentences with capital letters to start, full stops at the end. Take your time with your list. Remember, if you would do all of these things with your family at home and when you go out with your family, you should do all of these things when you are at school. And remember, it's very important for us to practice safety first. That's it for this lesson, grade 4. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it. And now that I have finished making my videos for today, now I can finally enjoy this delicious snack. Mmm. Mmm. Mmm, 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 mmm. So good. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye for now.